My ex-boyfriend told me he will cheat on me while we were having sex. I, 27F, have been with my boyfriend, 28M, for 2.5 years now. Our relationship didn't have any problems. Until recently, he started to being less intimate with me. He blames it on work and other things. We hardly get time for each other. I once sat him down to talk to me. I expressed my feelings that we are not having sex as often as we did, and that we should have something to talk about it. We had hours of long talk and came to a solution that we should track back to the times we started dating. He was good to me. He brought me flowers and left me love notes. We had more passionate sex. But that stopped after 3 weeks. I thought this time we should have a serious talk about our relationship and where it is going. I tried to talk to him. He just told me he was really exhausted. I know people would normally tell me that he is cheating on me, but I have yet to get any suspicion of it. We still know each other's passwords. I haven't found anything yet. After weeks of withholding sex and intimacy from me, he was very lovey-dovey. He would cook for me and clean the house without even me having to tell him. He was very intimate with me. That day he set up a romantic mood for me and pampered me. So we took things to our bedroom. He was really gentle at first, but then got rough. It felt good. We were going through a dry spell during that time. When I was about to finish, he choked me and said, "I will cheat on you, you fucking slut." I froze. I didn't finish, but he did. I don't know what came to me. I was filled with rage. I kicked him out of my bed. And he had the nerve to act shocked like he hadn't done anything wrong. I was screaming, "Get out." I was on full rampage. I was pushing him out of my bedroom, not caring he was only able to get his underwear, and that I was naked. I was able to kick him out in the middle of the night and told him to never show his face or I will kill him. We do not live together, so no, he won't be homeless. I am still a bit shaken of what happened. He kept blasting my phone that I overreacted. Update 1 day later. I didn't realize I had to give an update so soon. But my stupid brain-dead ex finally gave a justification to why he said that. I think it's worth knowing because I am still thinking about it. So, last night he texted me and said that he wants to apologize for what he has done. He told some of his friends hoping that they would take his side, but most of them said he was crazy and stupid. So I arranged a meetup at a random restaurant. I will not risk him being at my home after what he did. I also took his stuff in a bag. I am done with him. No matter what excuses he have, it's not enough to justify what he did. So today we met for lunch, and he immediately begged for forgiveness as soon as he saw the bag full of his stuff. He told me he made a mistake. He was stupid to think this would work on me. He only realized he was wrong when his friends told him he was a psycho for saying something like that. I asked him why did he think something like this would work. That SOB gave the dumbest explanation in the human history. He has been watching a lot of Manosphere podcasts, mostly for financial advice. He started watching a very infamous person who is now in jail for human trafficking. I can't say his name because I once got a warning, but you guys know who he is. He is a tater tot. So, my ex told me he saw one of his videos where he teaches how to reprogram a woman. That's why he has been withholding sex. And only giving me intimacy in random times when I was very vulnerable. Oh, and the part where he chokes me and says, "I will cheat on you," was also from that tater tot video. My bonehead ex explains that if you tell a girl that you will cheat on her while she is about to finish, it will be programmed into her brain. So, the next time you cheat or mention cheating, it will make her horny, and she will not revolt. Look, I have been taking computer programming classes online for a while, but I know for sure that this is not how programming works. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. But anyways, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I asked him why did he felt the need to say it. He told me he was afraid I would cheat on him, so he wanted to create this in my head so that I never think about cheating on him. But he swears that he will not cheat on... Yeah, sure, I believe that. My blood was boiling. I wanted to yell, but swallowed all my anger. At the end I stood up and told him, "Well, now you know it doesn't. And word of advice, stop following a human trafficker and stop taking relationship lessons from a guy who is toxic and has an IQ equivalent to a potato. Otherwise, you will have to date your right hand for the rest of your pathetic existence." He whined and said to give him a second chance, and I just told him I would rather stick my head in a hornet's nest than give an incel man-child like him a second chance. He is 28, almost in his 30s, and still listens to men like Tater Tot. He has no personality for himself. He just borrowed his from a sex trafficker. Well, that's it. I cannot believe I was dating a Tater Tot. I think I need to take several showers now. I didn't even ask him if he was cheating or not, but does it really matter now? Edit. So I have been getting messages and some comments, mainly people who are supporting me. I want to say thanks. I know it's a really stupid thing that someone would say something like that while they were having sex. It is hard for me to believe it still. But I guess some people are just as stupid as my ex. Comment. Lul the number of guys who will take a perfectly good relationship and still decide that just to be safe, they should try and completely destroy their GF, psychologically only to be shocked when their behavior has a negative impact is astonishing. My boyfriend's friend wouldn't let us have sex. My boyfriend's girlfriend is accusing me of SA because I wanted to have sex with my boyfriend after he was the one who initiated it. Earlier, all three of us went to this party, and both of me and my boyfriend decided to drink, but he drunk more than me. She didn't drink at all. One of the only reasons why we invited her was because they live in the same neighborhood, and she could just drive all three of us to his house and she could just walk home because it's across the street. That happened, but she asked to just stay over because she was scared to walk across the street. Me and him were going to have sex, so I played music so there was no chance she could hear us while she's downstairs. But she knocked on his room door a little bit after I started playing the music. She asked me to come downstairs to talk, and I did. She told me that if I had sex with him, it would be sa. I tried politely explaining that I appreciated she was looking out for him, but me and him already established that it's okay for us to have sex while one person isn't all the way sober. Doesn't matter because either me or him are sober. She kept arguing that it was, and she asked to talk to him. I went to try to explain to him what was happening first, but he's sleeping. To sum it up, we're all now in the same room because she wants to make sure he's okay. I am so uncomfortable and mad. And he literally only has on his underwear. I cannot stand her. It's over between me and him if he doesn't set her straight when he wakes up. Update. Posted an hour ago. Updated. My boyfriend's friend wouldn't let me have sex with him. This is an update about the post how I was ranting about my boyfriend. When he woke up, he was very confused about why she was in his room and why he wasn't fully clothed. We both tried explaining to him what happened at the same time, and things got a little bit heated. But he remembered what happened pretty quickly, and I just let them talk about it because I noticed he seemed annoyed at her. They basically started arguing after he said that he didn't want to be friends anymore if she was going to disrespect our relationship. He told her to leave, and she still stood there arguing with him. Then she decided she would leave because I said I was going to force her out if she didn't. I'm so happy with what happened, even though I didn't be as rude as I wanted to be, because she still looked like she was about to cry. I actually did think a lot that he would side with her. That all was a lot calmer than what I described and what I pictured. I hope I typed this out right because I'm tired and I feel like nothing I'm saying is making sense. Reminder, I am not the original poster. This is a repost sub. Comment lol, she's the personification of the is there someone you forgot to ask? Me. OP's 25mo girlfriends, 25F sex drive has completely disappeared. Pretty much the title. I'm very concerned about her at this point, and I have no idea what to do. Back in April-ish, we were having sex 2 to 3 times a day. We live in an apartment together. She's been taking online classes for her master's, and I'm working from home since the lockdown started. At some point, she got really busy and tired with a project, so we obviously stopped having sex temporarily. Since it's gotten over though, which was nearly 4 months ago at this point, she's turned me down every time I've tried to initiate or set the mood for sex. I have never pressured her. I usually wait a couple of nights before asking again when she tells me she's not in the mood. Then eat, which turned into waiting a week, which turned into waiting 2 weeks. At this point, I'm really concerned. We've never gone anywhere near 4 months without sex before. We've both always had pretty high sex drives. At this point, it's important to note that I do not press the matter, or pester, or pressure her in any way. The moment she says she's not in the mood, I back off immediately. I don't think I've fucked up anywhere because she's always quite apologetic when she turns me down. Our relationship is pretty much perfect in every other way too. We cuddle and hug, and have game nights and movie nights. It's never felt like we're drifting apart at any point. She hasn't been behaving differently, like she's upset or depressed. We give each other plenty of space too. It's not like we're constantly together. We have our own friend circles, and we curl up on our own devices from time to time. I've tried talking to her about it, but she gets really upset and keeps insisting that nothing is wrong. I drop the matter pretty quickly too, because I don't want her to feel like I'm pressuring her to have sex. I just want her to let me in and tell me what's wrong. I honestly don't care about the sex, but I know there's something she's not telling me, and it's gone on long enough that I'm getting extremely worried about her. Update from 3 days later. Thanks to everyone who replied to my previous post. There were some mixed responses, with some people suggesting I insist on addressing it with her because she's hiding something, with others recommending I give her time to open up on her own. Ultimately, I decided to sort of go for a combo of the two. Friday, when we were both done with work, we sat down and had a discussion. I told her that I could give her the space and time she needed till she was ready to talk to me about it, but I couldn't leave it unaddressed. She needed to acknowledge that there at least was something that she didn't feel ready to tell me, and that was fine, but she at least needed to acknowledge its existence. If only so, I stopped feeling like I was going crazy. She started sobbing when I was done, and then she started explaining everything. Some background that I didn't mention in my previous post because it didn't really seem relevant is that my girlfriend has PCOD. One of the consequences of this is that she finds it very difficult to lose weight and has been insecure about her body for most of her life. About a year ago, completely of her own choice, I have always told her that she's beautiful to me no matter what her weight. She resolved to start losing weight, both for her health and to feel better about her body. She started going to the gym a couple times a week, and I was supportive and also cut out all my own junk food consumption in solidarity. Since the lockdown started and gyms shut apparently, she started slowly gaining some weight back due to stress eating and lack of exercise. I am ashamed to say I did not even notice that she was torturing herself over her weight all this while. She admitted that she stopped having sex because she was terrified I would stop finding her attractive after seeing her naked. I reassured her that I think she's gorgeous and attractive no matter what, and I tell her this every day. But she was afraid that would have changed once I saw the weight she had put on. The rest of the conversation consisted of me reassuring her that she's beautiful, and her appreciating but not really believing me. After a bit, she asked me to change the topic, and I reluctantly agreed. We had a fairly quiet dinner. She was a little sad and relieved at the same time at having told me, I think, and I was busy scheming. The next morning before work, I told her she looked lovely again, and she gave me a wan smile, like she appreciated it but didn't really believe me. But that was okay. I was going to convince her. I asked her to pick up the groceries that evening because I was going to have a meeting run late. The moment she left home, I got to work. I dug out some fairy lights and a bunch of candles from storage and started setting them up in the living room. Made a couple of playlists and charged the speaker. Snuck down to the florist and bought a giant bouquet. Some more background: I hate dancing because I suck massively at it, while my girlfriend loves it. She used to go dancing every month or two with her girlfriends before lockdown. I'd join in sometimes because it was worth how happy it made her, but she definitely missed it way more than me. So when she got back, naturally I greeted her with what were probably the most ridiculous dance moves in the history of mankind. I'm not gonna lie, folks, she laughed. She laughed a lot. She took a short video, and we both laughed while watching it later. My movement resembled a 5-year-old practicing kung fu more than it resembled dancing, and I had stuck a rose in my ear for maximum ridiculousness. Totally worth it, though. I have no idea how she ever thought she's ugly. Her smile is just so fucking radiant. We danced like idiots for a while before I switched to the slow dance playlist. It was definitely the happiest I'd seen her in a long time. I'd been a bad boyfriend and somehow missed how much she missed everything else. I should have done it months ago. I told her all this. Told her she's the most beautiful woman in my eyes and always will be. And yeah, we had sex. Last night was all about her, she needed to feel special, and I had been missing that for too long. I offered to make dance nights a weekly thing afterwards, kind of as a substitute for the workouts she's been missing, if she wants. She tore up a little. She knows how much I hate dancing. She told me that wasn't necessary. Apparently sex is just as much of a workout as dancing, and we have a lot of missed workouts to catch up on. I'm certainly not complaining. In all seriousness though, I'm gonna dip into my savings a little and order a home treadmill. She can't afford one right now because of college bills, so I'll surprise her with it. Thank you to everyone who helped me out with their advice. Edit. Oh wow, I am completely overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support here. Thanks for all the awards. I just logged back into this account, but I promise I'm going to read each of the replies. One thing I saw pop up a couple of times that I just want to reassure you guys about is that she's mentioned wanting a treadmill but not being able to afford one several times in the past, so I know she wants one. However, I figured that it's dumb to take the chance, and one surprise was good enough. And if there's anything this whole experience has taught me, it's the importance of communication. So, I'm going to bring it up at dinner tonight that I comfortably have enough saved up to purchase a home workout machine. Since I saw Cycles ellipticals being mentioned, we'll figure out which one we want, and that I'd love to buy one for our home for both of us to use. Thank you all so much once again for your advice. Edit 2. Rip me. LOL. The comments are coming faster than I can read them now. There's no way for me to reply to every one of them, unfortunately. There are a lot of fantastic suggestions for diets, exercise machines, dance classes, and everything in between. So thank you so much for all of them. She has a great endocrinologist whose advice she will ultimately be following. But there are some great points to bring up with him. It is really touching and overwhelming to see all this support. Thank you all so much. Final edit. She loved the idea of getting some equipment to do our workouts at home together. So we're going to sit down and do our research tonight before picking the one we like most. We've gotten some fantastic advice here, and we'll be looking at ellipticals, bikes, rowing machines, Just Dance on the Switch, and a bunch of other stuff that you guys suggested. To all the people who commented insisted she's cheating on me because I'm a simp. LMAO. Thank you for setting the exemplary standard for being macho. Insulting strangers online is so delightfully masculine. The lovely folks who told me to dump her because she's fat get the disappointing but not unexpected shitheads shout out as well. For the overwhelming majority of people, though, I am just breathtaking by the kind and supportive comments we've gotten. Thank you for the treasure trove of advice and LPTs, and all the love. You folks are amazing. Hi, I'm the OP from this post, and imagine my surprise seeing something I'd posted 2 years ago show up while I'm browsing Reddit secretly at work. I'm glad I had saved this throwaway's password because there's no way I was remembering it otherwise. It's really amazing to read all your comments, both here and on my original update post, because I never imagined that so many people would have such wonderful things to say about me. I just wanted to say thanks for all the well wishes and support. I shouldn't be surprised, because I browse this subreddit often enough myself, but I was still taken aback by how much people cared about a random internet stranger. My fiancé, then girlfriend, and I are doing great. I proposed to her a few months ago, and she said yes. We aren't in any rush to plan a wedding, though. We're just enjoying our best lives as an engaged couple for now. Thank you so much for all your validation and support, and best wishes to all of you. We have come to the end of our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. Tell us what you think about this story in the comments.